Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of life. Everything. Beautiful. Hi, Bill Ford Tough. Hi, you two. How are you guys today? How's everyone doing? Hey, Sin W, how are you? Yes. I was running a little late. Just needed to, really. Guys, when I do my readings, I put my foot in it. And so I apologize. Sometimes I do go over in my readings. And anybody that's had a reading with me, you guys know I don't abandon the reading until we get there. Or until you get there. Sometimes I get there way before you. And I have to kind of make sure that you're in a safe place before I hang up the phone. I don't just read you like I'm not a sloppy psychic. You're going to get all my heart. Which reminds me, in saying that, please like, share, please subscribe. Please call me for your own personal issues. What's going on with you? I can help you. And I've almost never had anyone say anything bad. I say that with like crunched shoulders because there might be one or two out there in the world who could not appreciate what I had to say through spirit. And there might have been one that wanted to fight me on what spirit was trying to tell them. And so, one or two bad reviews, against 36,000 people. Okay, I'll take it. But you need to know that the spirit side of me gives you the truth. The human side of me doesn't abandon you until I feel like you are emotionally okay. And that's why some people use me as a cheap psychic. And I'm okay with that. How's everyone doing today? Hi, Gloria. Kendra, I brought this with your monies. The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I brought this with your money. And in my last book club, every book club, we have a book that we read. We should be finishing it by the time the newbies come in, but we're so slow at reading the book because we all just love talking to each other and telling each other the experiences, metaphysical experiences we've had all week. That could be dreams. That could be, in my case, there's this squirrel that thinks he's married to me, He really does think and sometimes I'll forget to feed the animals. And he throws things at my back door on my terrace. Yeah, it's a nightmare. But sometimes we have so many stories because there's enough people in the group to be like, hey, this happened to me this week. And we laugh and we cry and we talk. And it's all things metaphysical to get you in a healthy place, healthy beyond what your mama taught you, right? Y'all love to call me mama, but I ain't your mama, because I'm going to teach you next level mama shit. I'm going to teach you next level. And so if you follow me, you're going to be fine. No matter how you were brought up, no matter how you raised. And I'm going to tell you something else. Bring your mamas. All right? Let's have some grown folk and daughter experiences together. Let's try that. Besides, I want my boys to come. Where are my boys at? Right? Hi, John Salvage, talking about boys. Where are my boys at? But I did say I was going to create a class just for the boys. And now I'm kind of investigating. I've got maybe 2 men that could facilitate this. I'll bring the leaders, and boys, you come, and you boys do what boys do. All right? By the way, is it time for me to ask you guys to build your own groups now? And remember, when I say build your groups, I am not speaking of having a group full of hateful women, right? Full of male bashing. I'm talking about a metaphysical group so you all could be at peace to discuss metaphysical things that go on and out in your daily lives. You all are invited to my group. Hi, Marie. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Tiffany. Oh yeah, Kendra. Oh yeah, I don't play around. No. If somebody gives me money, we're gonna do right by you. My only prerequisite is you have to take the tarot class, because I have found out throughout the years from doing this class, and that if I just let anybody in with not enough experience, we're all in a group speaking above the person. And when you speak above the person ultimately says, what are you guys talking about? And then I'm like, ugh, all right, I'll talk to you different later. And that means I have to have a whole class and a whole education. And so the tarot class breaks that up, all right? It gives me a chance to get inside and break up, mush, caterpillar, right? Break that change up that you've been stoic about from your upbringing, right? Hi, Melissa. So that's my only prerequisite, but that's for me, right? You can start your own metaphysical club. All right? Hi, Shauna. Oh, I love Shauna. Shauna's pregnant. I was like, should I say it? And I was like, screw it. Shauna's pregnant. Oh, Shauna, by the way, I saw your boobs the other day. Voluptuous. And I don't even look at boobs. I don't know how far along you are. They got big really fast. They were just so full. Oh, one of the videos you put out, I was like, those are really pregnant boobs. Hi, ANAIS. Also, how do you get the book? Tarot Plain and Simple by Anthony Lewis. Just get it on Amazon. Also, I think I'm kind of starting to look for another book. Since I've been doing these classes, the book is becoming outdated. But until I find somebody that, provides the information like I like it. Mila, how are you? Like I like it, then we're going to use that book. It's just that I'm starting to see things that's outdated. Like we're in 5D now. We're not in 2D, and that book was written in 2D. Very good book, though. I'll never put an author down. It was good for its time, but so many things have changed. All right. So I got this deck, The Four Agreements by Don Ruiz Miguel. It is one of the books that we read in the book club. Yeah, I thought about writing it myself, Tiffany, but I don't know if that's my game. I'm wondering, I'm still, in a weird kind of way, guys, I'm still trying to figure out my game. I'm still trying to figure out who I am. I know I'm a good psychic, right? Anise. You have a pretty name. Hey, Mila. Definitely have so much knowledge. I know. I'm not trying to hold on to the knowledge. I'm just wondering, is that my game? So I feel like I can only write the book if I can speak it to someone, not do the manual legwork. I think that's what it is. But also sharing. Okay. All right. What was I going to say? We'll see. There's something else that I want to write, and I brought all my material to write. I had already started it in California, and I brought everything with me, and it's coming into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little books. 9 little books. So I'm hoping that that's my correct calling, not just writing a book, but very specific type of book. And I've got 9 little books. It might be, no, it is 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little books, yes. Thank you, Cynthia. You're a great psych. Thank you. I try to be. I really try to be. Hi, Arthur. Are you an author? Is that what that meaning is? Oh, well, these got, oh, look at this. It has a meaning on both sides. So if that's the case, I'm going to turn some of you opposite. You're welcome. You're welcome, Light Jones. I try. What I want from you guys, though, right, is don't keep me your little dirty secret. Don't keep me your little dirty secret. It's okay to like, share. It's okay to say to people, oh, I know this psychic. I know culturally, Black people sometimes have a hard time being open about this world, right? But so much is changing, right? So stop hiding yourselves. It's okay to like me. And the way you could do it is, oh, yeah, she comes on my feed, and I think she's pretty good. Yeah. But do you believe in that? I'm just, just not really trying to identify that way, but I'm definitely curious. Like, there's a way to get out of it without, but you know how Black folks are. We'll call you the devil in a minute. Young girls will call you out your face. L. Jones says, I've helped her so much. You tell everyone. I honor that. I'm at work, just did 16-hour shift. Ooh, what do you do for a living? That is too much. That's a lot of work. I hope you have a closet to go sleep in somewhere. And I mean that. I hope somewhere in between you're sleeping, especially with the younger generation. They're more open. Right, Mila? I'm loving you guys. I'm so honored to be a part of this younger generation. Patient monitor. Okay. That must mean telemetry, COVID, coronary, I'm thinking. Well, thank you for your service. I used to work in a hospital in a CCU unit, so I know what that looks like in terms of being a patient monitor of some type. So thank you. You guys are so important, and just as important as any military worker. And Boy, did we find that out during the COVID, right? Kendra, thank you. Kendra's like, I tell people about you all the time, Tracy. Thank you. Thank you, Nisha. Nisha, somebody said, you've helped me so much, and Nisha says, it's true. You guys are being adorable. Thank you. Well, you're welcome, Auntie. Arthur, listen, I've gotten fired from enough jobs. I know how many industries work. I've gotten fired from every job. You know what's the only job I never got fired from? I'm trying to think if they fired. I've gotten fired from so many jobs that I'm starting to forget who fired me. So I think I did not get fired from the airline industry. I had to quit. I was forced to quit. In any case, it turned out to be a good thing. I was working in Chicago and living in Oak Park, but I was working at O'Hare. And as God would have it, I was trying to relocate. And as God would have it, working and living in Oak Park / the west side of Chicago in particular, which I hear is worse than the south side, didn't work for me. And my son was just 7. So if I know God, with all the gangbanging and shootings that's been going on in Chicago, you know, a teenage son would have been all up in that. So God made sure I was nice and miserable and forced me back to my parents. Arthur, that is such a good perspective on things. Arthur works in, telemetry, patient care. And Arthur says, I've been homeless before, so I don't mind the hours. Wow. You, Arthur, are a blessing, because to come out of homelessness and be of gratitude in your work environment, even if they give you 16-hour days, which I still don't like, but I get it. I get it from your perspective. And I honor your space. I love that. Of course it was hard. And of course family abuse was involved. You don't get to become homeless unless family help put you there. You guys get that? Are we too far removed from reality? You didn't even have to mention that. I already knew. Go ahead and cry, Arthur. I don't mind crying. You're working, but go ahead and cry. Crying's healthy, people. Learn to cry. You know what I say to my grandson? You know how men always like, don't cry, don't cry. You know what I say to my grandson? Stop. Go ahead and cry. It's okay. I'm not going to stop you from crying. I believe in a good do it. Do it. Sylvester, you cry a lot. What's your sign, Sylvester? You water? Because my grandson is a fire and Sagittarian. He loves to cry. My son, although it's hard for him to admit it, he's a crier too. He just controls it as he got older, but he is way emotional. And then there's me, wound up with an emotional son, an emotional grandson. How did that happen? You can't find emotion inside of me. You can't. I don't have it. Yes, I do. No, I don't. I refuse to cry. No, just kidding. All right. I could see that coming from the water bearer, but I'm thinking, in addition to that, you're metaphysical, right? And metaphysical people has souls that feel others. But I'm also getting, you have to have a water sign in a very impactful place, or you've got several signs in a water component. particularly Pisces, particularly Pisces or Cancer, not necessarily Scorpios. Scorpios are a different type of water sign. Scorpios are evil. Oh, come on, Scorpios. You know it. And I say that because I'm a Scorpio, really. Scorpios are the nicest people I've ever met. I promise you. Just don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with a Scorpio. Oh, really? You cry a lot too? What is that with Sagittarians? Do you cry before you kill? I don't understand that with Sagittarius. That's my grandson. Everybody's a crybaby. Fire. I cry now ever since the birth of my 8-year-old son. Did you just say son? The birth of my son 8 years ago. I could see that. I think I got very sensitive after my son was born. I could see that. Yeah, Laura Lee knows. She goes, yeah, Scorpios are a different breed. Yeah. I have a Scorpio moon. So, you know, my intense fire with my intense Scorpio moon is a lot. It's just too much. But thank God, God gave me a Libra rising. So that fire and that water constantly does this. You guys love to talk about horoscopes. All right. I might gift you guys, and I'm not doing it like I'm the Queen of Sheba or anything, with the 6-month review on your horoscopes. All right. Goodness. Oh, and you're an Aries. Ooh, child. Then you're like me. I'm Leo with the Scorpio moon. All right, guys, let's pull a card from this deck, the 4 Agreements. This is a book. If you want to know about structural rechanging in your cells, you kind of have to read. All right? Reading is a component in a metaphysical world, right? It's one thing to be around people that understand what you're going through. It's a whole nother thing to read how to be a better metaphysical person as you are changing every day. Okay? So this is a book. It's online. Read the book. Treat yourself to some peace and a moment of reading. Okay? So let's pull one card. I was going to pull that. I changed my mind, but maybe I should just pull it. Okay. I'll just pull it. And let's see what these decks, I've never seen them before. Let's see what Miguel Ruiz has to say. Beautiful conundrum. Did I say hello? I thought I saw you come through. You have this book? You read it, Kendra? Because it's a good book. Okay. Are we ready? What is the book called? The 4 Agreements. The book is called The 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Hi, beautiful conundrum. Hi, sweetie. That's what the book is called. And this is a deck that I got from the book. And thank you to Kendra. I was able to get another deck out the way. All right, let's begin. Your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset, or healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstance, simply do your best. And you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. And author, this is about you. Like, I'm so honored that you came through today, because I think it's completely amazing that you can admit to being homeless, for me to share to the world that you could allow me to repeat it, for you to show me that you're working right now, that you choose me to have this experience with, right? Because I get you. I get you. I don't know if you knew it, but just in coming through energetically, I pinged on you. And then for you to say, actually, ma'am, I'm a patient care person, monitor, and I'm working 16 hours, and I used to be homeless, and I don't mind doing 16 hours because homeless was a real problem for me. Let's do that again. Your best will depend on whether you are refreshed in the morning or tired at night. Who doesn't give themselves enough sleep? We talk about this in the book club all the time. Having dedication and respect for your body, for you, to try and get some sleep is the most important thing you could give yourself, your health, your brain, every cell in your body. 2 things you should be doing every single day for self-care: rest and water. It will change your life. Now, I used to have a hard time sleeping. So what I've learned to do was just be in bed at a certain hour. When I'm not well, I will be in bed at 7. If I'm going through some fear or some worry makes me sleep. So I'll just be in bed at 7. I try not to go to bed, not sleeping. I try to be in bed at 10 o'clock. I work from my bed. I'll be 10 o'clock, sending out emails, texting, updating. But I've got my feet up. And I'm watching something trash TV or HGTV. So it's either Housewives or something or the channel HGTV. But it's a pattern now for me to get prepared and be in bed at 10 o'clock. Since I've been here, that pattern has been thrown off. I don't get in bed until 1, but I also don't wake up until 9. So I'm still getting, 6+ hours, regardless, right? I'm still getting my sleep. But how you organize your love of your bedroom and your relationship with sleep is important. And it should be organized. And again, most of my metaphysical people might have some trouble with their sleep because they have dreams and stuff like that. And I get that, but that's not stopping you from sleeping, right? Anxiety stops you from sleeping. Worry stops you from sleeping. And yet we incorporate these things at the wrong hour. At 12 o'clock at night, there's nothing you could do about whatever it is you're thinking about. So now we have to reorganize our thoughts. I like to go to bed positive, no matter what I'm going through. And trust and believe, there are things that I go through. I just don't say them, but there are things that I'm like, oh, is that going to work out for me? Ooh, child. But by the time I get into bed, I've decided that I have to put my worries, away, put them up to God, put them down. And I have to trust that tomorrow can bring a better day. Right, Arthur? All right? You have to trust that at some point tomorrow brings a better day. However, if you're not getting the proper sleep, How does your mind effectively react to your stresses? So I listen to certain mantras. Now I listen to frequencies. There are certain frequencies that help you with whatever you're going through. I love that kind of stuff. Think about sex, people. We've talked about this before, right, Sylvester? Think about sex. Just enjoy that part of pre-sleep. Yeah, Arthur, you gotta start respecting that sleep is a component of life. Right, Sylvester? Yeah, I've talked about it before. I'm not kidding. Sex is a wonderful component to going to sleep. It's fantasy. Go into your fantasy world. All right. Your best will be different when you are happy as opposed to upset. Now, I don't know about you guys. There's not a moment that I don't walk out that door and I don't walk out with the happy demeanor. I even woke up this morning and I was frowning. I woke up like this, frowning. And the first thing I do is say good morning to God and Jesus. And I woke up frowning. And frowning, I was like, good morning, God. Good morning, Jesus. And right away I said, no, I can't disrespect God like that. I can't. So I just, woosah, changed that frown on my face. And I was like, good morning, God. Good morning, Jesus. And then, good morning, Dad. Good morning, Mom. I always say, help me, guardian angels. Help me, Jesus, please. And if I have a request that day, I put the request out. And then I begin my morning routine of showering, brushing my teeth, getting dressed, eating. So sometimes we have to allow ourselves to respond happier. It's not a fake thing. I don't want you to be fake, but sometimes you have to go, today can be a good day. It can be. I'm going to make the best of today in spite of the circumstances that I'm in. You know? And that doesn't mean waking up sad. Sad is another component, especially if you're going through something. I'm not talking about everyone. I'm saying when you ain't got nothing wrong with you, nothing, seriously, try being happy. Magic mermaid. Girl, you better ask for help. Hold on a second. Or healthy as opposed to being sick. How many of you gravitate to illnesses because you're really unhappy? How many of you have a headache because you're worried about something, because you're just so unhappy that you give yourselves headache? Under any circumstances, simply do your best. I love that part. Right, Arthur? Simply do your best. And you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. I love that. Okay, so let's turn it off. Turn it over. Oh, always do your best. Your best is changing. Oh, I like that. Your best is changing all the time. Always do your best. I love that. Oh, you're saying you got a concussion because you weren't sleeping well. Okay, completely exhausted, so sleep is important. Yes, sleep is mandated. And again, let me hear from you. Let me hear who is struggling with sleep so we could share things like some frequencies. Or I love sharing mantras, all right? And the mantras are really good because they're money mantras, all right? Oh, yes. Did you start reading the Psalm? Well, last night, why did I ping on Twitter? And somebody said Psalm 50, Psalm 91, and Psalm 20. Why did I read those? I read them before I went to bed because my spirit pinged on somebody else's Twitter. They weren't tweeting me. I think I went to go look at Britney Spears, and then in the feed, you're looking at the comments, and somebody put this psalm out, and I was like, oh, God, I'm going to read those psalms. I know definitely 91 was for protection, 20 was for protection, and 50, I forgot what 50 was about, but it doesn't matter. I read all three. And I also like the NJV version in the computer. It simplifies the words so I don't have to struggle with the King James Version. Oh, Sapien channel for frequency? Oh, okay. Terica, thank you. Also, Alexi, make sure you go down with the babies too. Sometimes your self-care when the baby's asleep is you sleeping with them. So they go down, you go down. Psalm 50 and Psalm 20 and Psalm 91 is the Psalm of protection. That's the one I memorized Psalm 91. All right. Yeah, Alexi, learn to go down with those babies. That's what my son and my daughter-in-law does. I mean, I was there and they put that baby down. We all went down. We're like, hey, what are we doing here? Because I'm exhausted just from traveling because I'm older. And they were exhausted just from the baby. Baby, you'll take your energy, I swear to God. The best self-care is to sleep while they sleep. Yes, Terica. Give yourself grace if you don't take care of anything. Yeah. Yeah. Aww. Yeah, I will never leave God. I will never leave Jesus. I will never. They're everything to me. But remember, I talk to the world. And I talk to people whose ideology just doesn't include Jesus, whose ideology is an atheist. And I don't care because I need to attract myself to anyone that wants to change in terms of how they react from their childhood experiences to being the best that they can be, to being wonderful friends, wives and husbands, better people. And let's remember something in the competition of religion. God made Muslims. He made atheists. He made Asians that believe in Buddha. I'm not your God. I'm not in competition with anybody. Hi, Allison. How are you, sweetie? I care more that you are organically changing from ideology and history that doesn't make you a good person. Right? I care that women stop bashing women. That's what I care about. I could care less if you're of any culture, of any religion. But thank you for saying you like me because I am a Jesus lover. I'm not a Bible thumper. See the difference? And I have to talk to the world, and I have to love the world, and I want to love the world. Okay? So, but thank you. I hear you the way you say it. And again, that might be something within your own upbringing that you're struggling with, right? And so you might attach yourself to me because it's like, hey, I need you in my life, and I think you do. But let's not carry on the words of, our history with our culture. Like, I really don't care if somebody calls me the devil. I don't care. Oh, you do that work? Yeah. Yeah, I do. So what? Got something to say? Yeah, I believe, not only do I believe in ascended masters, joke is on you. Jesus came down as Jesus, but Jesus came down again and again and again. Jesus is Mother Teresa. Jesus is Mahatma Gandhi. Jesus came over and over and over again. The joke is on you. God said, that corner needs you, Jesus. And Jesus like, send me down. Got that. Huh? Never thought about that, huh? All right, we got a lot to learn, people. We got a lot to learn. What do you think? Jesus came down and is up there in heaven going, oh my God, they just don't get it. No, Jesus came down. He's like, okay, here's my next assignment. If you have several lives, why wouldn't Jesus? Think about it. If you have several past lives, why wouldn't Jesus keep coming down to help us ignorant ass folks? Think about it. You would want Jesus to keep coming down. I promise you. You want to be like, there goes Jesus again in Mahatma Gandhi's body. Oh, wow, jeez. And all you got to do is listen. Listen to the masters. And change. And be better people. Because COVID is here. Because as a totality, we weren't and aren't good people. That's why COVID is here. It's the frequency that we put out collectively. That's why we have mass shootings. That's why there's been over 300 shootings since January. So we have to change the frequency. And the frequency isn't about, do you believe in Jesus? But you don't. And I like Tracey because she believes in Jesus. The frequency is about, don't we all want to live and have a family and laugh and joke and enjoy each other? Isn't that what we really want to do? Pay our rent, have a drink or two, or if it's Friday, you can go up to 4, but don't drink and drive. Don't we just want to laugh with people that get us? Aren't we tired of being miserable and alone and ostracized? Authors like, preach, girl, preach, girl. No, Magic Mermaid, are there such a thing? If there is such a thing as Ascended Master Tarot decks, bring it on. Let me know. Let me know. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I've captured your attention long enough. These are really supposed to be short. Never happens. I hope I'm having an effect. That's all I care about. If you're having any personal situations or issues. Oh, yes, I was about to say that. Too blessed to be blessed. Yes, I am doing readings still, even though where I'm at, I am always available. So, TraceyBrownlive.com or text me at 213-458-7408. 213-458-7408. No, 213-458-7408. I have openings today. Mm-hmm. Oh, Arthur, go get some sleep, okay? Get some sleep. 16 hours is a long time. And if you're driving home, just put out a little prayer to have God get you home safely. Alexi, there goes God. Exactly. Magic Mermaid, if there is such a thing as Ascended Masters tarot decks of any kind, let me know, please. Good night, good night? No, goodbye, everyone. Oh, baby daddy driving. You got your man coming to pick you up? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's Arthur. Bye, guys. Bye. Oh, wait. Oh, Lord.
Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Go to Tracy Brown Live. Tracy Brown, Tracy Brown. Tracy Brown Live. Tracy Brown.